you considered how to remain steady under pressure, under adversity, and still fulfill your dream or keep your eyes on the prize? Welcome to Streams. On this edition of Streams, it's a special session, and I want to talk about Chadwick Boseman, popularly known as the Black Panther. You know, tragically, Chadwick Boseman, Black Panther, superhero, died on the 28th of August. But I don't want to focus so much on the pain of his death. Rather, what does his death teach us? We lost him to the clutches of death through colon cancer. But can you imagine that despite going through chemo and colon cancer in the last 4 years, he was able to still live and fulfill his purpose or live his life to fullness? So, as an entrepreneur, what can you learn from that? Number one, Chadwick Boseman, Black Panther, he did not allow his pain to stop him. Despite his pain, he remained focused on his lifelong ambition of being a big film superstar. I don't know what is that for you in your entrepreneurial journey. He was going through chemo and he was recording the biggest or one of the biggest superhero films in the world. At the same time that he was going through an experience that may lead to death, but he still showed up, never mourning, showed up despite his pain. And this is what John Maxwell calls staying power in one of his books. Talent is never enough. Talent will give you the shot at opportunity. But when adversities, when situations you did not plan for confront you, what do you do in that situation? I believe for an entrepreneur, the life of Black Panther was a learning curve and a lens with which you can discover that your adversity and your pain does not need to define you. You do not need to abandon what you have set as a target in business, in a portfolio you are building, in a training that you are learning, and say, oh, I'm going to abandon this now because of the pain of the process. Chadwick Boseman stayed on course despite his pains, despite the adversity in his life. He did not withdraw from the contract. After Black Panther, he has released more films before his death. He still released film in 2020. All the time he was going through his life-ending, painful health experience. Number two in his life that I saw that is very poignant for an entrepreneur is he did not allow his background to stop him from reaching his goal. Have you read in Tribute that Chadwick Boseman, the Black Panther guy, Denzel Washington, paid for his school when he was at Howard University? Denzel didn't know him, but they got to meet in the Hall of Fame, Hollywood star. Very many of you said, oh, I cannot go on that business journey because I don't have money. oh, I would have done that if I had financial backup. You need to position yourself in the place of opportunity before you begin to figure out, how do I pay for this? It was because he was already on a program that when Denzel Washington funding came, it met him on the program. The funding did not apply for him. The funding did not bring him out of his house. He was already at the program, and the funding met him on the program. There's something we call in business that we call OPM, other people's money. If you are not in the theater or on the field, opportunities that present themselves, you can't take advantage of them. It's when you are on the field that when opportunities does present themselves, you have the chance to make use of them. That's what Chadwick Boseman did with the scholarship funds that came from Denzel Washington. So be on the field. Don't allow lack of money to stop you from dreaming or taking the first step. Look for people that might be interested in your idea, that might invest their own money into that idea. Every great idea doesn't need to be financed by your own money. If it's about their money, there will be no Amazon. If it's about their money, there will be no Facebook. If it's about their money, there will be no Elon Musk. In fact, Obama administration gave Elon Musk a loan of $496 million when they were funding renewables and stuff like that. That's the money that got Elon Musk majorly into the theater of, renewable energy. And he has, of course, multiplied that to several billions of dollars. He was putting his money, but people have benefited from utilizing other people's money, other institutions' money to create more wealth. And today, some of them are the richest people in the world. So don't count yourself out because you don't have the needed resources. You just need to be resourceful. Resourcefulness is better than resources. Some of you have monies in your pocket, but you don't know what to do with it. But if you are resourceful, you can think outside the box. You can bring teams together. You can bring investors and people with ideas together into the same space. That is what we call a joint venture. Somebody brings in the idea, somebody brings in the technical know-how, and some other people bring funds. And you can create a team, and everybody wins. And finally, from the experience of Black Panther, is what I call not moaning or complaining about your pain. If you are the type that is always complaining about your pain, not only will people may avoid you, opportunities may also evade you. This guy was diagnosed with a terminal disease. He didn't stop signing new contracts. He didn't show up at auditions and say, you know what, I love to be here, but I have cancer. He showed up like every other person. He took the audition like every other person, and he gave his all like everyone on any stage of play. Look at the Black Panther superhero film, grossed several billions. Look at the stunts and the action series. Did he seem like somebody who was not giving everything to that film? In fact, you will be shocked to know that he was going through treatment during that film. It's been revealed that there were parts of the scene that he had to stop, go for surgery before they could continue. That was a remarkable tenacity, devotion, and commitment to what you believe is your life's calling. And for you in business, I say to you in one of the videos you can check on one of these links on your why in business. Once your why is defined, you know why you are doing this. You are purposing your mind as to not just enough to make enough quick bucks, but you have a clear purpose. Chadwick Boseman aspired to be somebody that makes a difference in the cinematic world, although he lived short for 3 years. But I said to myself, if he's 70, if he's 100, I'm not sure if he's going to get any film bigger than Black Panther. That's a film for ages. So also, stop moaning. Everyone in business are going through one phase of challenge or obstacle or struggle before they got to where they are going. Your case is not an exception. Stop complaining about every chapter of your own journey. You can find listening ears. You can find people that can, help you when you are discouraged or you have some challenges. But complaining constantly about your struggles and your pain and your business does not make it better. In fact, people may just label you as whining. I just look at the life of this guy, Chadwick Boseman, and you'll be like, how can somebody go through that depth of pain, terminal disease that eventually took his life, but in his career, in his pursuit for excellence, for film superstar, he achieved everything despite his obstacles. So, in your own business, in your own purpose driven innovations, you also can achieve what you have set out to achieve despite the fact you don't have resources that you need. You can pull that in from other sources through ingenuity. You can overcome your pain to a place of your own pain might not be health. For some people, it might be health, like his case. It might not be terminal. But for you, it might be pain of relationship. It might be pain of other things. This, I call it a special edition because it's more of a reflection session for you to know that all of the reasons you are given why you are not pursuing your dream are not good enough. If people with terminal disease can still give everything, and you and I can agree one thing, Chadwick Boseman lived his life well as Black Panther, and that will be here. Go and watch Black Panther. Go and read the reviews. That will be here for generation yet unborn. As not just one of the biggest superheroes in the world, but the biggest Black superhero that ever been made in history. I just want this session to connect with you, to cherish the life of a man, and then to see how that can impact us as entrepreneurs and is a point of reflection. Thank you very much for watching this edition. I hope it's useful and helpful for you in your journey to nudge you and to motivate you to that next phase. Maybe you're at a point that you are thinking of throwing in the towel. I hope this nudges you back on your track and you can take something positive out of it. Subscribe to this channel and share this episode with your loved one and your family or your network. Thank you for listening and thank you for watching. I will see you on the next episode, but be sure to subscribe. Thank you very much.